Alright guys, welcome to part 7 to What If I Was in Dragon Ball. This will contain the Frieza saga, but Frieza's not coming back, so there'll be someone else in his place. Hope you're excited. With all that being said, let's get to it. I would be off training on my capital planet, but then I realized something. I needed more. I needed someone to be there with me. True, Goku and Vegeta were special, and they were close friends, but I needed something more than just a friend. Then I had an idea. We cut 2 months later as I travel to Earth. My spaceship lands, but not one person is scared or upset, like when I used to land. They all know who I am, and they sense my power level. As I walk out, I begin to look for people. Piccolo greets me. "Oh, what brings you here?" "I wanted to spar with Goku and Vegeta. I heard they've been training with Whis way more." Piccolo would say, "Yeah, but why haven't you been training with Whis? Don't you want to push your golden form more?" "I do, but I was busy taking care of him." I would point towards a little Friezalin, my son. Piccolo would be shocked. As he could just barely walk, I would pick him up and say, "Isn't he adorable? Just barely walking at his age." I remember when I was a baby, I had to grow up fast. Don't let his cute tricks fool you. Even though he could barely walk, if he didn't have enough food, he would turn into a killing machine, I would say as I laughed. Piccolo would just nod. "How did you survive being all alone on a planet?" "Well, as a baby, I just ate fruit and stuff, but then when I grew up, I began to hunt." Interesting. Me and Piccolo would talk as we walked out, and I would carry my little baby. "So what is his name?" "His name? Kuriza." "That's similar to Frieza." "Yeah, I always wished that Frieza wasn't as bad as he was." Piccolo would nod as I bring him to the others. Master Roshi, Krillin, Bulma, and everyone is just chilling. As Bulma goes, "Oh, you have a kid. You must have met a lucky girl." "Lucky girl?" I said, confused. "Oh, my kind produces asexually." "Really, how's that work?" "We shed our skin and put them into a lab tank, and then they develop." Krillin says, "Really?" "Yeah, we're mutants, so we need scientific things to help us develop. After all, if I just shed my skin normally, nothing would happen." They all looked intrigued. Eventually, though, as we wait and talked, Goku and Vegeta would arrive, and I would jump down. "Are you ready to spar? I think I can take both of you on at once." Vegeta says, "You underestimate me, and that will be your downfall," saying cocky. And Goku says, "All right." Goku and Vegeta would turn blue, as I would turn gold, and I would continue to battle them. As we flew up in space and began to battle, suddenly we would all stop, as we felt a massive power level land near us. I began to shake. "That's Lord Slug. How did he get so powerful?" Vegeta said, "You should have killed him." I know, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it." And I also sent other key signatures too. Vegeta, and Goku flew over to the spaceship as Lord Slug got out with the heaters and began to laugh. "I found a way to defeat you." I would yell, "Piccolo, protect my son." Piccolo would nod. As Piccolo would run down and protect my son, the rest of the Z-Fighters would watch as me, Goku, and Vegeta got ready to fight. I would say, "I get Lord Slug. This is personal. You two take out them." Goku and Vegeta would begin to fight the heaters. As I fought Lord Slug, I went into my awakened form. As me and Lord Slug began to battle each other, punch after punch, the planet shook. But then I smirked and said, "I know you're holding back, Slug." Slug says, "I know you're holding back. Let's show this world what we have." As Lord Slug turned orange and I turned gold, I was shocked. Lord Slug was stronger than me. How could this be? Slug laughed and said, "That golden form is pretty powerful, but it's nothing to this power." I would say, "How did you get this strong?" "Simple. I got the Dragon Balls and wish to unleash my potential. I also wish to bring Turles back, but it seems he's gone rogue. No matter, I'll kill him later." "Turles, huh?" I would then smirk and say, "Maybe he learned his lesson not to mess with me. The lesson you'll learn right here, right now." As we battled, I began to get beat up. But then we cut to Piccolo protecting Kuriza, as suddenly Turles would walk up behind him. Piccolo would turn around. Wait a second. Turles, how did you come back?" Turles would smirk and say, "Lord Slug brought me back with Namek's Dragon Balls. No matter how hard he fought, no matter where he went, he couldn't reach the power he wanted, so he had to wish for it. Now I'm coming for his son." Piccolo would say, "You're not gonna kill his son." Kill? Why would I do that? My entire life, the cards were stacked against me. I was born a low-class Saiyan and sent away. Then I worked years to get a crew, just to watch it be destroyed and forced to work under Zero. Then when I finally get second in command, Zero changes his empire, so I'm not in power anymore. It's not fair. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, the cards were always stacked against me. He yells as he turns Super Saiyan 3. Then he looks at Piccolo and says, "Let me take his kid. Let me train him. Let me make him stronger. And let me make it so he can kill his father so I can get revenge. Come on, aren't you tired of living like this? Don't you want to join?" Piccolo then punches him, says, "Shut up. Zero's a great man now. Sure, he may have done some bad things in the past, but he was forced to be like that." Turned savage because it was the only way he could survive. It was the only way he could thrive. But look at you, trying to kidnap an innocent man's son. You make me sick. Bringing an innocent child into this. Piccolo and Turles would begin to fight, but Turles had the upper hand. Piccolo would say, "How have you gotten this strong?" When Lord Slug brought me back to life, he tortured me, he beat me, he broke my bones and brought me back again and again. Zenkai after Zenkai, power boost after power boost. And he put me through the most intense training ever, just so I could be a tool. When I get Zero's son, I will use him to destroy Lord Slug, to destroy him, and to destroy everything that stands in my way. I am Turles, he would say as he punched Piccolo full power, causing him to die. At least so he thought, as he fell to the floor lifeless. Turles went over and picked up Kuriza, but then he heard the word "Special Beam Cannon!" as a special beam went straight through his chest, as Piccolo pretended to be dead and lowering his power level. Turles hit the floor and began to bleed out. How did this happen? I am Turles! After all that training, after all that fighting, after all those fruits, after everything I did, no matter what, he began to cough up blood. I always lost, and that's how I end. My scheme gone. Nothing I do will ever matter, he says as he begins to cry as he dies. Piccolo would close his eyes and say, "I'm sorry. You showed humanity right when you died, but it was too late. I promise I won't forget you." As Piccolo then put Kuriza's back, he then has a plan, but he promised to watch Kuriza. So he decides to bring Kuriza to the lookout where he can be safe, so then he goes down and tries to get some Dragon Balls. If Lord Slug got his potential unlocked, maybe Piccolo can do the same thing. Meanwhile, we cut to Lord Slug, who was battling Vegeta, Goku, and me in his orange form, keeping us all back. As I begin to pant, breathe heavily, Lord Slug laughs and says, "You really think you can defeat me? I have unlocked my potential. I have become the ultimate Namekian god. The ultimate Suddenly, though, the entire sky would turn dark as Piccolo wished to have his potential unlocked. Suddenly, Yellow Piccolo would fly in and punch Lord Slug. As we all got on him, eventually Lord Slug would start to get worn out, so he decided he would have to kill us. As he blasted Ki Blast straight at Vegeta, pushing him down to the floor, then stretched out his arms and grabbed Goku and shoved him into the ground. Then Lord Slug began to laugh and say, "I think it's time I tell you that I will kill all of you, including your son." "That's right, Zero. I know about your little child. Your spies told me about them. So weak, so helpless. Maybe I'll eat him. You know, Namekians don't have to eat, but I can't help but eat when I see such a delicious, yummy treat." Suddenly I got up and began to scream in anger, to scream in power, and use my awoken form and my golden form in one transformation. As everyone's shocked, I said the awoken form uses a lot of stamina, so I didn't combine it with gold. In fact, gold was so unstable that I couldn't, but now that it's stable, I can finally do it. And I picked up Lord Slug and began to fly him out into space. Lord Slug was still stronger than me, though, so he grabbed both of my arms and ripped it off. I began to scream in anger, scream in pain as I cried and flew into space. Namekians can't breathe in space, so as I flew him out into space, he died. And I fell back to Earth with no arms. I would wake up with my arms healed, and Kuriza would run towards me and hug me the best he could and say, "Dada." That's his first words. I picked him up and began to smile. As Goku said, "Hey, that was one hell of a thing. You threw that guy into space." "Yeah, I did what I had to." Vegeta said, "You just stole my kill." I would then smile and say, Vegeta, Vegeta, same old, same old. We would all laugh. Meanwhile, we cut to Champa, who's ready to suggest a tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with all your friends. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you're a What If YouTuber or want to make What If videos, hit me up and we can do a collab, you know? I'm just starting out, and I really want to share my stuff with people. And I'm so glad everyone's watching this. 2 of my What If I Was in Dragon Ball videos reached 1,000. I now have 3 videos with 1,000 views on my channel. And I've only started this channel a few months ago, so that means a lot to me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for viewing. You're my world. Peace out. Love you all.